Hello everyone, it's Kay here. Just a short video. It's just to share really. I recently joined Crafty Swappers UK in Ireland, and what they do there is put up events, and whether you want to join in with whatever event is entirely up to you. And then when you've made whatever it is you've joined up to make and swap, you put photographs on the page. Well, I put my photograph up, and because these flip books are quite large, I wanted to do it just as by following it up with a little share, if you like, here. So what I did basically was made the flip book that seems to be the most popular size from what I've been viewing. And this ends up being a 6x6, and it is actually made out of one piece of 12x12 card, and you just do a little bit of folding, a little bit of shortening of certain areas, and that then gives you a little book that isn't too pouty when you've put your little gifts in it. You can see it's not exactly closed here, but that's because I've put some quite bulky things into the pocket letter, I think. So I decided I would go with the Gorjuss papers, and I've just really cut out from the packaging. Thank you. I got the tip from Dee at Black Cat Crafts 13, who utilises every aspect, not only of the papers but of the packaging too. And the papers I chose were in such a lovely envelope, as Santorini are prone to do, and I just went along and cut out as much of it as I could. The butterfly here was from a sheet, pre-cut, pre-coloured. It comes in several sheets that I bought in Lidl. I just thought they were quite attractive. Then I've used various cutouts, some tiny little wild orchid flower roses. I used my Martha punch here to do a little bit of leaf work, and a tiny little satiny bow there with the pearls in, just to break up that little embellishment. I have cheated a little bit because I'm not actually finding that the washi tape sticks frightfully well. So what I did was scored, folded and cut, put it into the book shape that I wanted, and then went back through and put my washi tape on all of the creases and then folded. So strictly speaking, the book itself isn't dependent upon the washi tape to hold it together. So this is the front cover. The back is very plain for obvious reasons. It is a book. You want to be able to lay it down and open it up. I've got a closure here with two little pegs, and what I've done is just put the washi tape here onto the front side, what I've chosen to be the front side of the peg, and left the back plain because there is a little bit of white in the front. And then you open up the book. I've made some little envelopes on my envelope punch board, put some little gorgeous girl images on each of the flaps of the envelopes, then put some little goodies inside. It is cutouts, it's buttons and bits and pieces like that, but very effective. On this side I made a pocket. I've decorated with a glass domed, not glass, a clear, whatever they are, I've lost the word, and put a little image underneath it to protect it. I've used the word hello there, and my little corner die here, and this is just a little pocket book that you can carry with you. I've incorporated this little punch that I got from Handy Hippo Crafts a little while ago, put another little image on the front, and I have left it quite plain, although it is a very, very pretty image, and because I wanted it all to fit into this little pocket neatly, and of course with flowers and so on it wouldn't have happened. Then you open the book out like so, and what I've done here is made 2 more different shaped envelopes on the envelope punch board. There are little gifts inside of each of these. I cut some little hearts out from the Santorini card packaging. I've used this tiny little image here, backed it on mirror board, and then used a little die here, some leaves and some pearl flatback flowers to just pretty it up a little bit. I've used the same washi tape throughout. I'm a little bit like that. I don't do a whole lot of mixing up of things, I'm afraid. Not very adventurous, some might say. I just like the overall effect of things working together. I then did another pocket on this side, and I've just made 3 ordinary little tags here in the same colour card as the book. It's double-sided, so it can be utilised quite readily for putting messages and things on the back. A little bit of the baker's twine here just to finish them off basically, and they sit quite nicely in that pocket there, all 3 of them. Then there's another little Santorini image here which is really quite lovely. It's one of the little gorgeous girls sat in a teacup. Beautiful, I love it. I've talked about those 2, and then in this little tuck spot here I've just made a little booklet, and in here are details about me that my swap partner might or might not be interested in, but it's part of what you do when you send these flip books, as I understand it. And that is it in all its glory. Just to tell you how I did the actual base, having scored at 6 inches one way and 6 inches the other, I then decided which 2 of the flaps were going to be my inside flap, and I've literally just cut away a little vent, like, as you can see it's quite tiny. I haven't got the measuring tape, about 1/4 of an inch perhaps, and that then allows you to fold the 2 pages over without them clashing or restricting the fold of the book, and then over it goes like that. And it is quite a lovely thing to do. There are so many beautiful pocketbooks out there. Some people are just so clever with how they coordinate things with the amount of things they've got in their stash, because all of these things obviously help when you're putting something like this together. But if you are at all taken by the concept, then do have a go. They are huge fun. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Any questions, feel free to ask, and I would be happy to see any comments you make. Take care for now. Happy crafting. Bye bye.